Hi again guys. Okay, so I'm going to do a second video today, and that's going to be a fringe trim as I've had a couple of requests. Obviously none of us can get to the hairdressers at the moment, so it's something that might be a bit of a necessity. My mum and one of my best friends is a hairdresser, so I'd usually get them to do my fringe trim, but today we are taking our fringes into our own hands. So I'll get started. Okay, so don't judge me too much. My hair has been in a bun all day, so it's a little bit of a mess. Okay, so what I would do to start off with is just take your hair back, leaving your fringe out, and just giving yourself a middle parting. If you have a middle parting, that's normally an easy way to do your fringe, and so it's nice and straight. To locate all of your fringe, you sort of get your comb, start off at the parting and take it down the hairline. If you've got a little bit more fringe, then you might need to take a little bit more in. No. There we go. And then I'll just tuck that behind my ear. And then the other side, again, start off at the parting, following the hairline. And there we go, I've got my fringe out. So I'm just going to take that hair and just take it back. So we're just focusing on the fringe. Okay, so what I would say about fringes is I don't have a car flick, but if you do have a car flick where it creates more volume in a certain part of your hairline, what I would suggest is the way you cut your fringe is to have it quite natural. Use a mirror, obviously. I'm trying to do it in the camera today, but really just try and naturally cut along rather than using a lot of tension, because what you will find is if you do have a car flick, if you use tension, once you let go, there's one part of the fringe that will rise up and you'll end up with a uneven fringe. For anyone that doesn't have a car flick like myself, this method will work, where we are creating a little bit of tension. But anyone with a car flick, do it more naturally, and I would advise you to point cut. We're not going to be going straight across with our scissors today, because if we make a mistake, it's not going to it's going to be harder to rectify, and plus point cutting is a little bit more natural. So the way I would start off is by starting in the middle. My fringe is shorter in the middle and goes longer as it goes out to the sides, but if you have a fringe that's all the way across, this will work the same. So I would take a piece from the middle, and I know I need a couple, like maybe a little, about a centimetre off. So again, you would do this in the mirror, but I'm sort of looking at it cross-eyed, so bear with me if I do go cross-eyed. So I'm just going to point cut into that. Be careful of your fingers, it can be quite sharp. So okay, so I've taken about a centimetre off that middle part. Okay, so now I'm going to connect in the sides. Again, if you were going to and my fringe, like I say, is angled, if you were going to go straight across, you would grab, just, you know, keep combing down, get that tension. Not if you've got car flick, and you would go straight across. You would be looking in the mirror, making sure your fingers are nice and straight, and you would go in and point cut just to get those ends off. So for myself, my fringe is angled, so I'm going to go in on an angle, and I'm just looking sort of directly at it rather than in the mirror, and I'm going along, and I'm just taking sort of a centimetre off. I'm going to go on to the other side. Again, nice tension if you haven't got a car flick. Go along with the angle. I'm now going to take a centimetre off there, all the way along, all the way along, and following that angle around. Okay. So what I would do now is just sort of go along, making sure that each of the sections, so that one, I can just feel that was a little bit longer on that side. So I'm just going to go back in just to even that up. So again, I'm just going to go along. These are nice and even. Middle's even. Yeah, so I'm quite happy with that fringe trim. So I can see again, you can see my eyes again. So like I say, top tips, point cutting, just you can do it now. I know I did it quite quickly, but just nice little movements along the fringe. Start off in the middle, just take a part in the middle, start off there, and then either going straight across like you would, just going along and just trimming those ends all the way across, or if you've got more of an angled fringe, just take your fingers and, you know, just follow that angle along, so you've got sort of a bit more length at the side. And calf flicks, like I say, a lot better if you have got a calf flick to do it how it's laying naturally, because you do not want to have a really random short bit in the middle. So I hope that helps, guys. I can see a little bit better now, and I hope you get on okay with that too. Take care. Bye bye.